Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fundamental, something we use every single day but maybe don't think about enough, our water usage.
Mhm.
We all know water is essential, obviously, but costs are going up.
You're right.
And there are environmental concerns, too.
Absolutely.
So our mission today is to lay out 8 ways to reduce your water bill.
Mm.
These are easy, practical things you can actually do. Some might even surprise you. Think of it as like your quick guide to saving money and, helping the planet a bit too.
Exactly. Water bills are creeping up for a lot of people, becoming a bigger chunk of the budget. But the good news is, this is something you can control, unlike some other bills. If you understand where the water's going, you get that double win, saving cash and being a bit more environmentally friendly. So yeah, we're going to walk through some clear, actionable stuff.
Okay, let's dive in then. Where do we start? A lot of people think indoors, maybe the shower or a toilet.
Well, surprisingly, the biggest impact for many households is actually outside the home.
Outside?
Yeah, especially in drier places or during peak summer months. Outdoor watering, like for lawns, can be huge. Maybe even 70% of your water use.
70%? Wow, okay.
That's a lot.
It is. And traditional lawns, they're thirsty, sometimes needing like 50% more water than plants native to your area.
Yeah.
So our first big tip, opt for a low water need yard option.
Okay, low water need. What does that look like?
Basically, landscaping with plants that belong in your region, native plants. They're already adapted to the local climate, the soil.
Mm.
They just thrive with way less watering needed from you.
That makes sense. Less fighting nature, kinda.
Mm.
But what about, say, for a garden? Can you capture water somehow? I've heard about rain barrels.
Oh yeah, rain barrels are fantastic. Super simple idea, really effective. It's just a system, usually a barrel, that collects rainwater straight off your roof when it rains.
Okay.
And that water, it's free. You can use it for your garden, washing the car, cuts down your tap water use. Okay, I like the sound of free water. But what if you live somewhere really dry, where even native plants might struggle, or you just don't want a traditional garden?
Good question. There are definitely aesthetic options. You could use something like decomposed granite.
Decomposed granite, like tiny rocks.
Exactly. It gives a nice clean look. Or there's artificial turf. Both are super low maintenance, save a ton of water, and can still look really good. No constant watering needed.
All right, so tackling the outside first is key. Now, let's head indoors. Where's the big water user inside?
Okay, inside, you're probably right to think bathroom first, and specifically the toilet.
Ah, the toilet.
Yep. Often the biggest single water user indoors, especially older models, toilets made before, say, the mid-90s, they could be using 3.5, maybe even up to 7 gallons with every single flush.
7 gallons, just for one flush. That's crazy.
It really is. So tip number 2, try low-flow toilets. Modern ones, the eco-friendly models, they're designed to use way less, like 1.28 gallons per flush or sometimes even less.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It is. And many have dual flush options now, too. One button for liquid waste, one for solid.
Yeah.
So you use even less water when you can.
But okay, the old worry about low-flow toilets.
Yeah.
Do they actually work? Or do they, clog all the time?
Yeah, that's a fair question. Early models, maybe there were some issues. But the new ones, they're engineered much better. They're designed specifically to prevent clogs and get everything down efficiently with less water. They've really improved.
Good to know.
And here's another plus. Check with your local water company or city. Many actually offer rebates or incentives if you switch to a low-flow toilet. Helps offset the cost.
Oh, nice. So lower bills, helps the environment, and you might even get money back for installing it.
Exactly. Worth looking into.
Okay, stick in the bathroom,
Okay.
the shower. We all love a good long shower sometimes, right?
We do. It feels great. But it's also a major water hog, especially hot water.
Right.
So tip number 3 is pretty straightforward, but the impact is big. Take shorter showers. Think about it. A standard older shower head might use 2.5 gallons per minute. Some use even more per minute.
Yeah, so a 10-minute shower could easily be 25 gallons or more. Cutting that time down, even by a few minutes, saves a lot of water directly.
Yeah, I can see how that adds up quickly. Those extra 5 minutes really cost you. And isn't there like a knock-on effect too? Something about energy.
Absolutely. Great point. Shorter showers mean you're heating less water. So you save on your water bill, and you save on your gas or electricity bill that powers your water heater.
It's a double saving.
It really is. It compounds.
Okay, so shorter showers is step 1. What's the next level for shower savings? Changing the hardware.
Precisely. That brings us to tip number 4. Install a low-flow shower head. This works hand in hand with shorter showers, or even helps if you struggle to cut the time down too much.
Okay, low flow shower head. What defines low flow?
Generally, it means it uses less than, say, 1.5 gallons per minute, GPM. Some are even lower. Compare that to the older ones using 2.5 GPM or more. It's a significant reduction.
But again, the pressure question, do they feel weak? Like you're not really getting rinsed? That's the key concern, right? But modern low-flow heads are designed to maintain good pressure. They use things like aeration, mixing air into the water stream so it feels fuller, or they optimize the nozzle design. You really shouldn't feel like you're sacrificing pressure with a good model.
How can you tell a good one? Can you, measure it?
Well, the GPM rating is the main thing. It's usually tested at a standard pressure, like 80 psi, so you can compare. Look for WaterSense labeled products. That's an EPA program that certifies water efficiency and performance.
WaterSense.
Yeah. And doing the math, switching could save you thousands of gallons a year. Calculate that with your water rate, and it's usually a pretty quick payback.
Gotcha. Okay, let's move out of the bathroom. How about the kitchen? Dishwashers. Are they good or bad for water use? I feel like people argue about this.
They really do. There's a persistent myth that washing by hand is always better, but actually tip number 5 is use your dishwasher, but don't overuse it.
Use it, so it's better than hand washing.
Generally, yes, especially if you have a reasonably modern Energy Star certified one. Think about hand washing. You often have the tap running, right? That can use, maybe 20 gallons or more for a sink full of dishes. A good dishwasher might use only 3 to 5 gallons for a whole load.
Wow. Okay. That is a big difference. I stand corrected.
It surprises a lot of people.
So if we're using the dishwasher, how do we make it as efficient as possible?
Right. Don't just turn it on at any time. First, always run full loads. A half-empty dishwasher uses pretty much the same water and energy as a full one.
Okay, full loads only. Got it.
Second, use the eco-friendly or light wash settings if you have them. They usually use less water and lower temperatures. And a little tip, maybe run it at night. Sometimes energy rates are lower off-peak, and general water demand is less too.
Makes sense. Optimize every cycle. All right, so we've covered big appliances, landscaping. What about just, everyday habits, the small stuff?
Absolutely crucial. The small stuff adds up incredibly fast, which brings us to tip 6, turn off the faucet.
Seems obvious, maybe?
It does, but think about how often we let it run. Brushing teeth, rinsing vegetables, shaving. Leaving the tap running for even just a couple of minutes while you brush your teeth can waste several gallons every single time.
Huh. I probably do that without thinking.
Most of us do. Just consciously turning it off when you're not actively using the water flow. That habit alone saves a surprising amount over a year. Hundreds, maybe thousands of gallons.
Okay, that's a simple one everyone can do right now.
Yeah.
Is there anything else with faucets? Like when you're waiting for hot water?
Yes, great point. That water isn't dirty, it's just cold. So instead of letting it run down the drain while you wait for it to heat up at the sink or shower,
Yeah.
keep a bucket or a watering can nearby. Collect that cold water.
And use it for?
Watering plants,
What?
filling the pet's bowl,
Right.
rinsing dishes before they go in the dishwasher, cleaning. Anything, really. It's perfectly good water just being wasted otherwise.
That's a clever little hack. I like that. Okay, what's next? Laundry.
Laundry day, exactly. Often overlooked for water use. Tip number 7. Take a smarter approach to laundry day. Similar to the dishwasher principle, the number 1 rule is wash full loads.
Right. Maximize the water used per cycle.
Exactly. Your machine uses roughly the same amount of water, whether it's half full or packed, so make each cycle count.
And what about temperature? Does hot water really clean better? Or is that another myth?
Mostly a myth these days. Using cold water is a huge part of smarter laundry.
Why cold?
2 big reasons. First, energy savings. Heating water accounts for, 90% of the energy a washing machine uses. Cold water washes use far less energy.
Okay, saves electricity or gas.
Yep. And second, it's actually better for your clothes most of the time. Cold water is gentler, helps prevent shrinking and fading. Clothes can last longer.
And detergents work okay in cold now.
Oh, yeah. Modern detergents are formulated to work really well in cold water. Just check the bottle.
So check the clothing labels too, I guess, for the right settings.
Absolutely. Following the care instructions helps your clothes last longer and often guides you to more efficient washing methods anyway. Smart water use, smart energy use, smart clothes care, it's all linked.
Okay, we're down to the last tip. We've covered landscaping, appliances, habits. What's number 8?
This one is about stopping waste you might not even know is happening. Tip number 8, eliminate leaks.
Leaks,
Yeah.
like a dripping faucet.
Exactly. Dripping faucets, running toilets, leaky pipes. They're like silent water wasters. It seems small, right? A little drip. But a faucet dripping just once per second
Yeah.
can waste over 3,000 gallons of water in a year.
3,000 gallons?
Ah,
From one drip.
yeah. Enough for something like 180 showers. Leaks are incredibly common, and they just add to your bill unnecessarily. Plus, it's just wasted water.
Okay, so finding and fixing them is key. How do you find them if they're not obvious? Like a running toilet you can hear.
A good trick is to check your water meter. Read it, then make sure no one uses any water for, say, a couple of hours, maybe overnight, or when you leave for work. Then read it again.
Ah, if the reading changed.
You've got a leak somewhere. For toilets, put a few drops of food coloring in the tank. Wait 10-15 minutes without flushing. If color shows up in the bowl, the flapper valve is leaking.
Simple tests. And fixing them. DIY or call someone.
Depends on the leak and your comfort level. Dripping faucet washers or toilet flappers are often pretty easy DIY fixes. Lots of guides online. But if it's a pipe leak or you're just not comfortable, definitely call a plumber. Fixing leaks promptly is one of the fastest ways to cut down that water waste. It stops money literally going down the drain.
Okay, so those are the 8 ways. Landscaping, low-flow toilets, shorter showers, low-flow shower heads, using the dishwasher wisely, turning off faucets, smart laundry, and fixing leaks. It really feels like, taken together, these could make a huge difference.
They really can. Each one contributes, and when you start combining them, the savings on your monthly bill can be substantial.
Yeah.
And like we said, it's not just about the money, though that's a big motivator. It's about conserving a really precious resource. You feel good knowing you're not being wasteful.
Yeah, the savings are real, they add up, and you're helping out, environmentally speaking.
Exactly. Think of it as becoming more efficient, more mindful in how you use resources. It's part of a bigger picture of living more sustainably and often more cost-effectively, too. These are just some strategies for utility bills, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the takeaway really is, don't wait. Start trying some of these things today. Pick 1 or 2 that seem easiest. See the difference on your bill. And maybe, talk about it. Share what works. The more people are aware and making these small changes, the bigger the collective impact.
Well said. Creating that water-conscious mindset together.
Definitely. So start saving water, save money, and play your part.